Hi, it's Kerwin here, and today I want to talk to you briefly about blogging and my blogging journey and experience as an artist. Many of you will obviously know I do the paintings such as those behind me, my unique pop art, music paintings in the Jackson Pollock style. But blogging's been a big focus for me for the last year or so on the marketing side of the business, to basically tell my story online and get written stories and written blogs online to attract new internet visitors that way to my website. So many of you may be wondering exactly why am I so intensely focused on the blogging, and exactly what are the benefits for me as an artist of doing all this written content and all these different articles and blog posts. Well, when you think of how artists promote themselves online, you probably think of the different Instagram reels and the different TikTok videos that you might see with the different kind of reveals and the different sort of types of art videos you get on there. I do a lot of videos myself, of course, with the behind the scenes painting videos, and obviously this is an interview video we're doing right now, so videos are really helpful for me in that sense too. But blogging, I think, is a slightly different type of medium that has different benefits, and I think it's got it's a slower form of content that I think is going to be a bit more timeless over the long run. I think if you're going getting viral videos that are really getting traction and hundreds of thousands of views, then they're great, they'll kind of keep circulating. But a lot of Instagram and social media videos and a lot of art videos, they might appear on people's feeds for a few days and then they might disappear and never really get seen again properly. So you have to be very persistent and do just a lot of video content, and even then you might not be able to compete, with the bigger, more established people, because most people are rushing into the video space and competing in that way, which I think is very saturated and very hard to stand out. Whereas the blogging world, I think, is a lot more opportunity there. There's a lot fewer people competing in the written content form in that game, so I think I've got a real good likelihood of standing out and actually competing more and getting to the top of the kind of artist field in that sense, rather than the videos alone. So why do I do blogging? I think it's also got a longer life cycle than the videos has, as I just mentioned. So if I get good blog posts on, they can be working online and getting seen for the next few years or potentially even decades. I think if they're good content and they're timeless, blog posts can be there, they can be circulated online, people can keep coming back to them, they can keep discovering them in Google searches and so on. So I think it's a different, a sort of nice and slow form of content that can have a bit more of a longevity to it. So that's a big focus too. Blogging is very, very scalable too. You can reach the whole world via Google searches or via search engines for different topics, no matter kind of what you're blogging about. If you write them well, and people are searching them, they can discover you that way. I'm also, myself, writing is one of my skills as well that I like to leverage, so it's a good way to sort of use the writing skill to stand out and market my art. And also I think another key thing is that blogging compounds, and all this written content, it compounds online. So when you get to a critical mass or a tipping point of maybe 100 or 200 blog posts or different pieces of written content, I think Google can recognise you're a serious blogger, you're a serious person in your space. It will then begin to work in your favour, so it will start ranking you higher and higher. It will start using you to basically fill their searches, and it will start showing your website to people in that sense, and that's a good way for, it's nice to know that the more blog posts and the more content you put out, the more it will all start working, it will compound, and it will all add up. That's a nice way that Google can then start to market your website for you, essentially. So that's a really nice appeal of blogging too. So that's first of all why I do the blogging and why I'm so keen to be doing it over the last year or so.